Hi, today I was blown away. What happened was I was just doing some uh, computing, like not programming in Lua in the Open Computers mod in Minecraft. I am playing Direwolf 20 1.12 mod pack. So uh, I was like, hmm, I want to start in open computers mode, but the other stuff distracted me. What I did was I just created a create. I made the new creative world with best possible things in that, so I can code my stuff, test it, then I try to worry about what can I build, what should I add to it or something like that. And then what I did was just open it, try to code it, and I realized I wouldn't be using much of open computers API to do stuff. Like I will use robots movement API, but before that I need to create a class. Like my plan is I want to make a query, like mining stuff in mining world. There is something called mining world. Uh, the robot will go to some places and mine all the blocks in there, and I will make an event system. For example, if inventory is full, go back to your in ender chest and drop everything. Or for example, if your battery is this low, go to your uh, charger and wait until it's 100%. I can do this, but before that I need to make a coordinate system, 3D coordinate system, and I need to make it so that my robot can go just arbitrary XYZ coordinate. How I am going to achieve this is I am going to make a point starting point as 000, a local 3D space. The chest will be, for example, to the right 00 uh 00 what 001, for example. It's what will be x0 y0 z1, one next place, and I will just say, hey, go mine uh 100 to 100 cube until you go to bedrock. You see bedrock is flat in this mod pack. So, and I will give him a all breaking drill. There was a drill mod in actual editions, but I realized Lua has no classes, and I want to make an object, and I want to program with my own variables. Like for example, C is not an object oriented programming. Uh, C is not object oriented paradigm language, but it has concept of structs. Like you can create your own variables. So by that you can just, for example, hey, this is my variable, and there is a special method that takes this struct as a variable. That's a class method. Same thing. Like you can do everything object oriented with C. So like I asked myself, how can I do that in Lua? Uh, and I learned, like I'm learning Lua with this mode, by the way, and I learned Lua doesn't have any data structures. No struct, no array, no nothing, just tables. And I don't know what the fuck is table is. What the fuck the table is. I didn't research it. It is probably like, if my memory is correct, in first year in Java programming in my computer science curriculum, there is something called table. Table, yeah, it's a hash map with unique variables. Yeah. Let me just look it up. Uh, I will show you to hold up. Yeah. Uh, Java table. Let's search Java table. Tail. Table. How to use. My brain just stopped. What is table programming? Yeah, there is a table in Java. Table is a data structure with where data is arranged in rows and columns. Each column represents a specific data type, while each row contains data records. This is related to data types. Is this set? Uh, Table versus set. Oh, I think yeah, that was set. Java. What I was talking about. Huh? Hash map and hash table are both implementation of a map, a collection key, value pairs where each keys are unique, kind of like a lookup table. Hash table is thread safe, but hash map is not. Hash table does not allow null key, but hash map does. Differences are based on different implementations. Table. I don't know what is happening. Uh, my mind is more confused now, but there is nothing as classes, structs, or anything else. They don't use arrays. They don't use anything. They don't use lists. Just tables. And I don't know what the table is. So I just like, I don't want to learn what the table is. What can I do? I tried to just look how to create classes in Lua. I couldn't do like there. I have a Lua book, fourth edition Lua book. I couldn't find. I just there is something called like. Let me just check it. I closed it. Like there is something called index in Lua, and what it does is if something doesn't isn't found in some table, it will uh, point to what it's uh, assigned. For example, there is an animal table, and you create a new table that named dog, for example, and what you do is dog dot uh, lowercase this. What does this called? Uh, uh, Symbol. Underscore, yeah. Underscore dog underscore underscore uh, index equals animal. Why? Like, by this way you can call every method or every variable in animal table. But the problem is you just access the animal variable where animal tables variable. You are not creating a new object. Like there was some steps to, but I was so confused. Like, what the fuck is this doing? And at some point, some I don't know what happened, but uh, I just realized there's nothing different between uh, functions and variables in Lua, and you can make Lua functions as like variables. And I thought to myself, hey, can we do can we put functions in structs in C? Like, not like, hey, define a function in struct in struct. No, no, no. Like, we create a pointer that is just a function. It calls a function. So what I did is, let me just show it to you. It, oh, yeah, is this. I created a struct, and in it it's a variable and function, which is like, I don't know why I did that. Like, uh my first program was not this. It was like this. It was like this. I was like, hey, there should be a void pointer because otherwise it doesn't accept a function pointer. I don't know what the function pointer is in C2. Like, I know, like, I can just like make, hey, uh uh test dur, int oh shit, I lost. However, let me just look in my mind. Int, can I do that? Hmm. So how about this? Uh, maybe. Let's try what AI said to me. Or, hmm, what if I do this? I don't know what this line does. It creates. Is it the references bars, or is it saying, hey, it's an integer pointer? I don't know. Like, what you do is you change it to int, and you do this and do this, and it just works. Like, you can't do it now, like, because printf doesn't accept just integers. So what you do is, uh, you can do this and it will work. Basically, I just, like for example, in C++, for example, uh, test.c++, if I have class test and do this was, yeah. Mm, and for example, what do I had here? uh, just the integer function, private integer function, but I need to make it public. Int function with no parameters, and if I do this in, for example, test.hash, can I just implement it in the class itself? Yeah, I can implement it, but the paradigm says, I don't know why, because it can make it so you can just release your headers without releasing your implementation with this way. So what you can do is int test colon colon function and implement it here. This is basically as same as this. You are just creating an integer pointer, function pointer, and implementing it somewhere and assigning it elsewhere. This is just basically a C++. I don't use inheritance or polymorphism in C++, but I just created the classes and methods in C. This is mind-boggling, and I forget how I was like, hey, can I make it in C too? Like, Lua is based. Ah, yeah, yeah. I thought to myself, Lua is it's uh Lua can access both C classes, no, not C classes, C mark functions, and C can access Lua functions. And I was like, maybe. So this is it. Like, I'm still baffled by it. I can just create a class in C and assign methods in those classes. Maybe I can just code class functionality in C with some extra code. Like I can just probably I can just make inheritance work. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. And I'm still mind boggled. Yeah, I am recording this for uh, what purposes? Documentation and historic purpose, not historic. Um, ya işte tarihsel olarak aga ben bunu böyle öğrendim, bunu böyle düşündüm veya bu böyle oldu diye göstermek için. Like this is a record, yeah. Record of why I thought this and how I found out about it. See you.